Do you think we risk demonising schoolboys with our attempts to really push some of the, I guess, the orthodoxy that has developed after the Me Too into schools?
I think we're in danger, Dan, of seeing the repercussions of what happens when you hyper-sexualise children via the woke movement and via the sort of parasitical way that the woke movement seeks to sexualise children. And we're hearing reports over and over again now of kids being taught all this stuff in a lesson and then going outside and trying it in the playground. And we're witnessing a war on male and female fundamentally here. And it's very, very worrying. You know, boys need to be taught and encouraged to be boys that are going to turn into men. And of course, we stand wholeheartedly against any form of sexual abuse by anybody. But kids shouldn't be sexual objects anyway. So I blame the wokeists for yet another parasitical, horrible assault on humanity.
That's actually a very good point. But what do we do practically, Laurence? I mean, you're a dad. You must worry about this sort of thing, because I'm hearing from lots of parents who say, actually, you know, good contributor on this show, Celia Walden, wrote in the Daily Telegraph on this and said that her stepson's friends are now too terrified to even get a taxi home with a female friend because there could be false allegations made. It's almost like boys are living in a culture of total paranoia, and we have seen lots of false allegations in the media ruin people's lives because of the length of time our justice system takes to work.
Well, it's dreadful also that women who are sexually abused, much more than men are having to be put in this situation. But you're hearing in America, what's happening is people are having consensual sex underneath, you know, when they're drunk or, you know, under the influence of various things, and they're waking up earlier than each other to report each other for rape. The thing is, boys and girls fumble around. That's what happens when they're young. And we cannot put a definition on everything all the time. And this mental health crisis, which is coming about as a result of all these dreadful tablets and phones, of which my children and everyone else's children are on them, it's just very, very sad. What we should do, in my view, and what Bad Education is going to do, we're going to launch Bad Education coming next week, is we need to have some civic-minded education that is built around the responsibilities of men and women. They're two totally separate beings and they have two totally separate strengths. And in combination with each other, they make the most wonderful combination for which children to grow up in. We should not pass on the responsibility of raising our children to the state.
So your plan, your Bad Education plan, what will that involve? Because where will it be done? Do you see what I mean? Is this something that parents should be taking on themselves?
Well, first of all, I polled last week. Our polling's just come through last week. 72% of parents are very against a lot of the things that we presented them as what children are being taught in school. But also, 72% of them don't know what their children are being taught in school. So first and foremost, it's an awareness issue. Your children are no longer going to school and in loco parentis being looked after and taught how to think and what to think. They're being indoctrinated. They're being told about masturbation, anal sex, all of this sort of stuff at very young ages, which as adults we can completely deal with. But at young ages, of course, they're going to go out into the playground afterwards and have a try of this stuff. It's just, it's a complete, I mean, it's, you know, we saw it with Sam Smith. I mean, I don't really care about Sam Smith and his stupid song and his terrible costume, but we're sexualizing everything. And parents fundamentally and really need to know that when their children go to school, they're not going to a place where they're being educated. They're going to a place where they're being turned into comrades. And until we can help parents understand that, which bad education via bad law are going to do, we have a problem. That's what we have.